and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing this easy drugstore prom look and this prom hairstyle. If y'all want to see that, then keep on watching. Alrighty, so we are going to start with the hair first. I am simply taking and brushing it. Want to make sure all the tangles and such are out. Then, just taking a bobby pin, we are going straight down the middle there. Taking one side, just putting that in a little small hairband there. And with the other side here. Now we're just simply going to braid it, splitting it into 3 equal parts. Just putting either side over the middle strand there. Once you get down to the end, just take a little clear elastic and just tie that little end up. And simply doing the same for the other side. Once again, just taking that elastic. Alrighty, just taking these and crossing them over here. Once you have made that cross right there, you are going to want to pin that to help keep that in place. And then with the little ends, just kind of tuck them in, just kind of bury them in there in the hair, and then pin that in. And then we are just simply going to pin down any of the lumps and whatnot. Now just taking some hairspray here. Just kind of setting that in place. And taking like a soft bristle brush here. And just kind of brushing down any of the flyaways. And there we go. It's a very cute hairstyle. It lasts. It is out of your face. And just, it will last the whole night. It is a simple style to do. You can do it in a 3-strand braid, a 4-strand, a fishtail, whichever you like, a ribbon braid. So basically, it's just like a basic braid, just crossed on over. So now that our hair is done, it's time to move on to the makeup. Alrighty, I am simply taking now for the makeup the Photo Focus Face Primer by Wet n Wild. And for foundation, I am just taking the Maybelline Fit Me in the Matte and Poreless in 120 Classic Ivory. There we go. Taking now the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Light. Taking a concealer brush here. And sometimes brushes can tend to leave kind of texture. Just going back in with that sponge there and just kind of softly blending that out. Taking the e.l.f. Sheer Setting Powder. And a little powder puff here. Just going under and baking where we have put our concealer. And just taking a large fluffy brush and just kind of tapping the rest of the powder in place because we don't need it so heavily baked because we don't have as much concealer around the other parts of our face. And I'm simply taking my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. Alrighty, now that the brows are done, I am just taking a clean, fluffy facial brush here and dusting off any of that excess powder. Taking now the classic Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. And just taking a small defined brush here, just contouring the nose as well. Just going back with that e.l.f. powder here, taking once again the powder puff. And just lightly going along sides there. And we are going to let that bake while we put on our blush and highlight. Alrighty, I'm just taking the e.l.f. Total Face palette, and we are going in with this darker blush here. You don't want to go too heavy, but this is a very light and natural color. And just going in with the e.l.f. highlighter in Moonlight Pearl. And I'm simply taking this little highlighter brush here and putting some setting spray on that. And that will give it a little bit more of a glow. There we go. And that is a lovely, lovely highlight there. So once again, just dusting off the excess powder. We can now move on to the eyes. Alright, so I've zoomed you all in here. So I am just taking the eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild, the Photo Focus. Taking the NYX Earth palette here. And taking this light shade here and simply setting the eye primer. And we're just gonna go ahead and grab this brown shade here and start our transition. Just grabbing a little bit of a smaller brush, going in with this warmer brown here. And we are creating a halo eye today. So with that, you just want to really kind of focus and make it an arch. Going in now with this more reddish brown shade, bringing a little bit more color into that. We are just simply blending that. Alrighty, so we're just going to take some concealer, and I have a little flat brush here, and we are just carving out the crease. When you look up, when you put the concealer there, it marks where your natural crease is, so you just want to take it from there. And as you see, I'm just more putting it on the center. I'm just taking a clean flat brush here and going in with the Metal palette from NYX. Just taking that darker purple shade there. And just taking a smaller fluffy brush here, going in with the Wind palette and grabbing like this grayish shade with a hint of purple. Just kind of blending that along. And then just taking this light lavender here, a little bit on your finger, and just putting that in the center of the lid. Like that. And that kind of just highlights it there. And just lightly blending that out. And going in with a small brush here, going in back with that grayish shade, going under and doing the inner and outer while leaving the middle blank for now. Going back in with the Metals palette and going in with that darker purple shade right there and putting that in the center. Now for eyeliner, I'm taking the NYX Matte. Now for the waterline, I am taking my Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Pink of Me. Now I'm going to curl my lashes off camera and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've curled my lashes off camera and I am now taking the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Alrighty, and after 2 coats of mascara, I am taking my e.l.f. finishing powder, taking that on a fluffy brush. Going back in with the e.l.f. highlight, and just highlighting the brows. And the inner tear ducts. And I am just taking the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Raspberry Tart. And that has a nice glossy finish with a hint of color. Taking the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray. And we are good! And that is it, guys! I hope you liked this drugstore prom look with this fun hairstyle. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to check out the awesome social media shout out down below. My social media links are there as well. Love you guys! Bye!